welcome to the Brunch Show on Value Chain TV. The Brunch Show is a show that provokes conversations and brings you topical issues around the globe. If you are just joining for the very first time, you're welcome. And I promise it's going to be an amazing ride right here. Keep your dials locked on Value Chain TV. Well, my name is Amarachi Kenneth, and I'm going to run you through the itinerary for today. Well, first of all, we have the pages. Now, the pages is, a segment where we talk about the headlines and, bring you headlines around the world. And then the conversations where we talk about topical and trending matters in the country. And of course, we have entertainment. Who doesn't like a bit of entertainment? I do. I want to know the gossip in the entertainment industry. And yes, we will be going deep into this after a short break. Stay with me and don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
Dear colleagues and industry partners, on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I would like to invite you all to join us for the 7th edition of the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024, Nigeria's premier and official oil and gas meeting due to take place in Abuja from February 26th to March 1st, 2024.
NIES remains the only official industry trade event of the federal government with the approval of the Federal Executive Council. Being the first edition to be held under the current administration, the importance of NIES 2024 becomes even the more significant.
The theme of the summit for this year's event is navigating the new energy world order, security, transition, and finance. It aims to match Africa's attractiveness to the right investment partnership while ensuring greater participation and engagement of indigenous businesses in the sector. Within the challenges of climate change and energy transition lie opportunities for a future where Nigeria's hydrocarbon resources play a central role in powering our nation, the African region, and the world at large, while at the same time safeguarding our environment.
His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will be the special guest of honor. As tradition, NIES 2024 will feature the highest level of attendance by top decision makers, industry leaders, and all stakeholders from both the public and private sectors from across Africa and the global energy community.
We'll be there to personally welcome you to the 7th edition of the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024. Further details on the event will be obtained from its website. Thank you and welcome to the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024.
Welcome back. If you are just joining, you're welcome. You've not missed anything except for my introduction, of course. Yes, you've missed that. But hey, you're welcome, and it's going to be an amazing ride. All right, let's see what the papers are saying this morning. Let's go into the pages. Right now on the pages, we have Guardian newspaper, and it says Nigeria's economic growth exceeded expectations in 2023, says OPEC. All right, moving away from that headline to this one that says an analyst call for cost cutting. I'll take that again. I beg your pardon. It says analysts call for cost cutting, capital investment to enhance growth. All right, moving away from that to Vanguard newspaper. It says crunch worsen, banks ration cash across the country. Okay, another one here says Supreme Court grants federal government exclusive control of all inland waterways. Moving away from that headline to this one, still on Vanguard newspaper, says stock market investors gain 2.7 trillion naira in 1 week. It says FX blog. Okay, I would have to skip that particular headline. I'm not sure about that headline yet. All right, so let's see what Punch newspaper is saying. It says immigration unveils online passport application portal today. I'll take this again. It says immigration unveils online passport application portal today. So yes, if you want to apply, you can start applying today. It's open for you to apply. This one says military air strikes kill terrorists in Borno. This is a good news if you ask me. All right, moving away from that to Daily Trust. It says EFCC to spend 1 billion naira on local travel, 413 million naira on vehicles. I am tempted to comment on this right now, but I will just let it go because, hey, God, the matter long, it will not end. But let's move away from that. It says, despite payment default, military to spend 5.8 billion naira on electricity charges. That's a lot of money. Here says Tinubu's 57.8 billion naira rice palliative raises dust. Oof, because I've not gotten my own rice. Have you gotten your own? Please let me know in the comment section. Seriously, if you have gotten your palliative, your rice palliative, please comment on the comment section and let us know if you've gotten yours. All right, here says, President orders probe of humanitarian ministries scandal. All right, this is a trending news, and we're going to talk about it in the conversation shortly. It says, President orders probe of humanitarian ministries scandal. The evil girl in me wants to say ministries. But hey, it is ministries. Okay, still on the pages here. It says Daily Times. It says PDP demands better edu sack and prosecution. Still referring to the earlier headline that we just read. All right, this is it on the pages. Thank you so much for joining me on this segment. Stay with me for the conversation. I'll be right back. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're watching Value Chain TV, and of course, it's your brunch show with your homegirl Amarachi. All right, yes, and I remember saying that on the conversation, we're going to talk about trending topics, that have been making waves on social media, and as such, we have this one about better edu, and the headline reads right here from Daily Trust, says Tinubu orders investigation of better edu's. Better edu, I beg your pardon, vows to punish infractions. All right, and the news or the story reads, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed a thorough investigation into the indictment of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu, Dr. Betta Edu. All right. Now, this story, a lot of people have been talking about it on social media. Now, we learned from reading the story. If you go through the story thoroughly on the various newspaper outlets, it says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed a thorough investigation into the indictment of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, in the transfer of 585.189 million naira grants meant for valuable groups in Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Ogun, and Lagos State into a private account. That's what the headlines or the story reads right now. And people have been asking questions. Why now? Why now? Some people say, oh, it's because, she overtook, or this one was too much. And then some people say, oh, the story is not correct. Some people say, oh, how would you know? I mean, we have other people who are in the ministry that have been doing this kind of things. Why are we not hearing about them? And other people are saying, oh, wait, let's be grateful for the little improvements that we have. I mean, if the government is calling out of people and doing thorough investigations, we should be glad that they are doing thorough investigations. I mean, you can't say for sure that this is true until investigations are being done or carried out, as the case may be. And for you to hear a story regarding this is about somebody managing this sector, humanitarian affairs and poverty alleviation, and then you're wondering, I read through the news, and then you see that you're making plans for travels, and you're putting 200,000 naira for a flight to Kogi, and Kogi does not have airport. We all know that. Sometimes we see things in the news and we see all of these things, and it just makes me wonder even more. Do these people don't think we have brains? Do they think we are children? What is going on? Like, make it make sense. It's just like a story that dated back. Back then I can remember about the whole thing trending where a snake is swallowing 36 million naira. And the maize is missing, monies are being missing, a lot of things until date. Now we don't know what happened to the woman. We don't know if they caught the snake. We don't know if our 36 million naira is intact. So it's a lot of things and a lot of questions. I would want to talk more on this topic, but I want to also hear you give me your own insight on the conversation. What do you think regarding this story? What do you have to say? What do you think is the right thing? Do you think this woman is, she's been doing this for a long time? Do you think this is a good approach? What do you have to say regarding this? If you have any suggestions regarding this conversation, let's know in the comment section. Thank you so much, and let's chill for the next segment, which is entertainment. I'll be right back. Don't move. Hello and welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're welcome. You're watching Value Chain TV. Yes. And this is entertainment segment. And on entertainment segment, we have this interesting story that has been making rounds on the social media. Talking about Instagram, formerly called Twitter, X, TikTok. A lot of people have been talking about this, and I said, why not? I'm gonna actually bring this thing to your friends, okay, so that we can talk about it. So I brought it to you, and then so we can rub minds and have a good talk about it on the entertainment gist. So right now, how this whole story started, a user called Miss Madisha on X tweeted and said, there's a lady that wakes up at 5 a.m. to make her husband lunch for work. And then this lady, Mommy Z, replied and said, I've always been too lazy to wake up and get his lunch ready. But the day he told me a colleague brought 2 spoons so he will eat with her was the day I set my alarm for 4:50 a.m. This is where the whole story started from. All right. And a lot of people started, coming at her, feminists, of course, coming at her, insulting her and saying, oh, why would you be the one to be insecure? Why can't your husband be insecure? Now, the story, following the whole trend, people have now discovered that, oh, she and her husband didn't have much. All right. They didn't have much. And then, she spoke about it on X, and people started donating money, especially people who are against feminism. All right. The people who are not for feminism started donating money. And then she got mattress. She even got a fridge. She got a food processor. She got microwave. I know that now, people, especially this lady, there's this girl on social media, Ijoma. Yes, Ijoma started, bashing her and saying, why should you be the one to be insecure as a woman? If your husband goes out and then somebody gives him food in the office and, they share food, that means your husband has longer truths. And he had in mind to come back home to tell you. That's some level of, disrespect. In her own opinion, she's a feminist, and she says, oh, she wouldn't take that. Why waking up at as early as 4:50 a.m. to make food for your husband and you're pregnant? So now a lot of people are saying, okay, we are agreeing with you, Ijoma, I think you have a point. Now on Instagram, on Instablog, Ijoma wrote and said, I'll just read the first lines for you because I can't read everything. It's a long read. Okay, so she said, so this is the newly furnished Face Me I Face You, or Face Me I Plank You rather, pregnant woman cooking by 4 a.m. So they will not use jollof rice to snatch her husband. Now, she went further in this conversation saying that why is he not afraid that they're going to snatch her instead? Because, he doesn't have money. So why are you not worried that they're going to snatch your wife with, a mattress or with something more, instead of her cooking for her husband just to keep at home. And Ijoma is saying, what is even there to keep? It's not like the man even have money. And you know, right now in the trend, girls and money, 5 and 6. If you don't have money, please look elsewhere. They don't marry for love anymore. So if you are a young man saying, oh, please, would you take me for who I am? Now girls are asking, who are you? We cannot suffer with you. So please take your who are you and move to the other way. Because right now, if you're not driving the latest car, if you're not doing, spending money, if you're not an odogu, we're not looking your way. But Debbie is saying that she's going to wake up anytime. That's Mommy Z, of course, saying she wakes up by 4:50 to cook for her husband and to keep her man. And she said she just got married newly. So some people on social media, especially on Instagram, are coming at Ijoma, that's the feminist, and saying that, oh, some people don't marry for money. Some people actually marry for love. So regardless of how much you have in your bank account, a lady that loves you, truly loves you, will definitely settle down with you. Now, that's the gist for today. I would want to talk more on this topic, but hey, time is against us. But this conversation is very interesting. I want to see your comment. I want to be able to read your comment and have a good laugh. And yes, I am going to reply your comments too. So please put your comment right there on the comment section and tell me what you think concerning this story. If you're a feminist, I want to hear your own side of view. And if you're not, what do you think? Of course, but I want to end this conversation with another toppings, talking about this whole Mommy Z story. Now, on a popular, let's see, 1 minute. I'm trying to get the story right. Okay. Still on this Mommy Z story. Okay, talking about Punch newspaper, it carried the news and said the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has offered a free PMS voucher worth 200,000 naira to an ex-user, #DebbieOA. Now, who was knocked for disclosing that she wakes up at 4:50 a.m. daily to prepare food for her husband. Now, even NNPCL has recognized her and rewarded her. So that means them too, they are against feminism. Because a lot of people say the only reason why she's gaining publicity and gaining money or getting money from people is because of how men despise feminism, and they're rewarding her for being a good wife. And somebody asked on Instagram, and she made a comment and asked somebody and said, if you as a lady comes back home and tell your husband rather that, oh, your male colleague gives you or gave you food, brought 2 spoons and gave you food, how would your husband react? Would he go out of his way to be bringing food to you every day at work, or to buy lunch and send to you? Would he do that? Would he reciprocate? Well, some men will do that and other men will not do that. And the person replied and said, it depends on the person you married, if you ask me. Thank you so much for joining me on the Entertainment Gist today. I appreciate you, and always keep it a date with us Thursdays and Mondays on the Brunch Show, or rather Mondays and Thursdays on the Brunch Show. My name is Amarachi, your wonderful host. See you next time on this show. Have an amazing day. Bye.